Hello, I haven't been on here for a few weeks. It's because I've been so busy, but not that I haven't been out here, because they have been, but I hope you're having a really nice time at the moment. And I'm out here today with a lovely maple tree that I did actually sit with for a recent video. And it's a really lovely tree about talking about the elements. And I feel drawn to certain places because I feel quite nice there. I feel quite homely. And I think that's one of the things about nature, is that she makes you feel homely and at home. But the more you don't spend time in nature, the distant you feel, and it's when you come back here that you feel a sense of real belonging. Belonging can be from being with your family or your friends or in a job you really like. It can be with a spiritual belonging, a faith. It can be a being out here on the earth and a natural world where you can feel a connection to a bigger God presence, which I feel at all times anyway. But the earth really does bring you into connection with the spiritual element of everything. I haven't really thought much about what I was saying today. I just wanted to talk because I was really aware of the fact that I see so many people spending so much of the time on a screen, a little phone or a laptop or an iPad. And you're probably all aware that when you go to cafes, whereas people used to sit and watch the world go by, they're just on a phone. And sometimes people don't even talk to each other. They all get out their separate phones and they look at their phones, or they communicate with people on their phones while they're with other people. It's a crazy one. Sometimes whole families just get out a tablet or a phone. And I think about how much time people are giving to this little boxy thing. And you think about being a human being. You are natural, just like the trees. You're organic, you're beautiful, you bleed, you sweat, you have all your bodily functions. It's beautiful. You have tears because things are hard sometimes, and you laugh and you cry because things are beautiful, and that's one of the most beautiful things about being alive. And you get old, or bits of your body change, and just like this tree here is covered in moss and ivy, and it's probably giving home to the creatures and giving life back to the earth. We all have a sense of belonging, that we are all organic and natural. And the more time that people are spending on their screens and their phones and you're giving yourself to this almost imaginary world, which is real because you're connected with people around the world and you're seeing stories and it's inspirational, and there are wonderful things about it. I'm talking to you on a phone right now, so I'm not putting it down completely, but when people are becoming so much in tune with that in cities and businesses, and just it's becoming about status of who you are online. And it's really important to be here and here in your heart. So I'm not sitting here preaching saying don't go on your phone. I quite enjoy going on my phone. But when I'm talking about becoming nature, when you become nature and realize that you are nature, if you are needing a shift to happen, this is it. And it just involves coming back to a point where those screens didn't exist. You didn't just walk for an agenda or to get from A to B. You came out here because you were so much part of it. When you slow your breath down, so when you're in your head all the time, thinking, and on the screens and assessing and evaluating and taking all that extra information in, you come away from your natural instinct and from your heart instinct and your heart wisdom. Coming into nature, you come right back down from here. You come back to the earth and you ground. Your feet connect with the earth. Your energy naturally starts to flow and starts to come into balance. The reason I love being with these trees and on the earth is because if I'm feeling any stress, I'm caught up here in my head. When I come out here, it just slows me down. It brings me back into my natural rhythms. It brings me back into the rhythm of nature, which is a slow one, of peace and of a pace which is more attuned to who we are as a species. We've almost forgotten because we're racing around in this world of material elements and achieving. What's next? What do I achieve next? I've ticked that off the list. What do I do next? Rather the element of just living. And years ago, people didn't generally read books. Books weren't accessible to a lot of people. People's experience was to go out and to be on the earth, to listen to the birds, to feel the air change, to read nature. People in the past could read nature. They read the stars for directions. They read the stars. They read the sun. They listened to what was happening around them. They used their sense of smell quite keenly to define what was right for them, whether an area was right for them. All these elements, these are available to us. And to some, they seem alien now to be out in this kind of environment. It seems almost scary to some people to be in the woods because it's quite scary. We have a whole sense of wisdom which could be lost because we're giving ourselves to a way of life that takes us away from the organic and the human. And in my lifetime, I hope to see that we come back to that we regain the wisdom and we regain a sense of connection that goes more than just I've read a book and it's really important to be connected to trees for this reason, this is what trees do, but because we feel it in our very, very beings, that we are part of it, we are physical, and no one takes that away from us. It's super, super important. There's a lot to say about becoming nature, and I'm doing it in a very, very small video. And I'm doing it just speaking of what's in my mind and my heart. The more time you spend here, the more you synchronize your energy and your whole being with the natural world, and the more miracles start to happen. You realize that life is a miracle. Magical things happen. I stood outside this morning and I heard an owl screech in the field beyond my house, and then another owl came in and hooted. I sat with a tree once for 3 hours and I made a flower essence. I meditated for an hour, and when I woke up out of my meditation, there was a small feather in front of me at my feet which had the letter M on it, M for Maxine. Magical things happen when you let yourselves believe in it. It's not just a child's kind of description of how the world is, it really is true. And the more you hear, the more it happens. Something to think about anyway, and I'm wishing you all a beautiful season as usual, and I'm going to go and find some magic. I'll speak to you soon, bye.